Hello, the internet, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Adventures of Dr. Dropkick, Solo the Dungeon. I am your titular host, Dr. Dropkick, and today we are playing Deck 52 Space Wrecked, an absolutely fantastic little solo game by Alexei Aparin. This game is a mint tin game, so it comes in a lovely, small, very self-contained package, and I will put a link in the description. I believe you can still get copies of this, so I'll put the link in the description where you can do that. So I do strongly recommend this game. This game is absolutely fantastic, and it boogies. This game plays very, very quickly, depending on, obviously, the nature of the draws. But last time I played a game of this, I believe it took me about 6 minutes to beat the game. And that's just because the cards all landed in the right place. Let's talk about what we're looking at here. In Deck 52, you are trying to escape from a wrecked spaceship. You are one of three possible survivors, either a thug, who we'll be playing as today, a marine, or a scientist. You will have one of 7 possible objectives that you need to complete, and then you have to get to the ship's gravity chute in order to escape. You do that, and you win. If you run out of health, you lose. So, let's take a look at what we're looking at here. In this game, there is a deck of 26 different room cards. The rooms, they're enemies, and they are events. This mat here, which you would not get when you get the game, this is like a tabletop simulator thing, acts as sort of the design of your spaceship. So as you are exploring through this ship, you are going to slowly add cards from this deck. I typically rotate these around just because it's easier to see rather than having them sideways. As you explore through the deck, you are going to encounter various different rooms. Rooms will have all sorts of different effects, such as the med bay here. To resolve, take the medkit card from the loot deck, or just complete it. Or perhaps a vacuum area, which gives you options to resolve. So every room is going to give you a number of different things that you can potentially do with that room. Once a room has become resolved, you flip it face down, and you don't really need to think about it. It's been taken care of. Certain objectives, for the most part, or many of the objectives, will require you to resolve certain rooms to complete them. For instance, one of them says, resolve 6 or more rooms. Or, resolve the vacuum area and get a data crystal, which is another possible thing that you can find in this room deck. So on your turn, you'll just simply be exploring this ship. You'll be making decisions about what you want to do with your time. Let's talk a little bit about our character, the Thug. The Thug himself doesn't really necessarily have any kind of abilities or anything like that, but what he does do is he starts with a stim pack and a grenade. Let's talk about health a little bit, because you're probably asking yourself, how do I lose this game? That's the number one thing with solo games, is you do tend to lose them a lot. This here is your health deck. You'll see it has a 4 on top of it. Oh, and a 3. I bet you know what number is going to be underneath it. A, and so forth. This, because this game comes with no dice, as with many Mint Tin games, this represents your health. So as you take damage, you will simply be shedding cards off the top of your health deck until you are no more. The Thug does come with the stim pack, which adds an extra hit point, so the Thug starts with 5 instead of 4. And you can choose to, essentially what all that wording is telling you there is discard the stim pack to redraw a map card. If you don't like the one you get, hey, you can draw another one. The Thug will also come with this handy dandy grenade. When you're trying to resolve a card, or as they call it, beat a challenge, you can choose to draw 2 action cards instead of 1. So you can basically discard the grenade to gain advantage, for lack of a better term. What the heck is an action card? Great question. Again, a game with no dice. What you're looking at here is this little deck of, whoopsies, I dealt one to myself. Well, that's cool. Of 5 cards. They're numbered. You might be ready to learn 1 through 5. When you are encountering a room that you need to resolve, oftentimes the game will ask you to draw a card from the action deck and do the corresponding actions. For example, do we have a beast here? Yeah, the Void Beast here. It's a challenge. So you would draw a card from the action deck, and depending on what you've drawn, that will tell you what your result is. So for instance, we drew a 4. The Void Beast says on a 4 to 6, you shuffle him back into the map deck. Now I hear what you're saying. Doc, you incredibly handsome son of a bitch. I have a question. I will say, yes, please ask your question. If this deck only has a 1 to 5, how the heck do you draw a 7 to resolve it? You have to find the right tools in the ship to do that. The Marine does start with an extra card in the Resolution deck instead of the Health deck, like the Thug does. So the Marine has a 6 in the Resolution deck as well, and sometimes you need to draw low cards, sometimes you need to draw high cards. If you draw the Xeno Terror, which is a red card, I don't actually see them here, but we're going to shuffle these back. You have to, some of them, like, you have to do immediately. As soon as you see them, you have to try to resolve them. Other ones, you can see, oh, I know that there's that Void Beast there, and I can kind of choose to tackle it if I want to. You don't have to resolve things when you see them. Otherwise, that's honestly kind of the entire game. We just kind of work our way through the spaceship, resolving rooms and doing whatever it is that they tell us to do until we either complete our objective and get to the gravity chute, or we die trying. So let's just dive right on in. I should have mentioned at the beginning of the video, this is going to be a tutorial and a playthrough. Again, typically this deck or this game does tend to boogie along pretty quickly, but this video will be a little bit longer because we're going to be kind of talking our way through the rules as we're playing the game. So future episodes of this will probably be a little bit shorter, although we'll see how long this gets. And just one other point of note before we dive too deep in. With this action deck, I tend to find it's kind of a slow process to click, draw, goes in your hand, you pull it out and you look at it. So typically what I will do is I will shuffle it and then just flip it over. I do that in real life too, I just flip it over. So yeah, there you go, folks. Let's dive right on. So the game does not come with a die. Normally you would just put all your action cards together and shuffle them, and that would determine what your objective is. But let's just roll a die because it's a little bit faster here. Let's see what we get. 8. We don't have an 8. Try again, buddy. 5. Resolve the Xenoterror card or explore it twice. So one of the cards in this deck is the Xenoterror. He's very hard to kill. I believe you have to do a 6 or a 7 to kill him, or to resolve him. But many of the other results simply shuffle him back into the deck. And that we would have to do possibly twice. Or kill him. And then, again, get to the gravity chute. We will not be playing with the threats this round. The threats are essentially a hard mode card. That, again, you would roll things and they add extra difficulty, like -1 health every time for every third resolved cards. It makes the game even harder. We'll eventually get to those, but for now, we're not going to worry about it. So first thing we need to do, we are going to shuffle up our deck here, and we are going to deal out the first 4 rooms. Okay, and let's flip them over and see what we get. Boop, 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 boop. All right. So first over here, this is our center. It's always the center. This is our access shaft. Wrecked module cannot be resolved. You cannot go past this room. This is a dead end. You can't go through it. A vacuum area. To resolve, we choose one of these 3 things here. We can either auto-resolve it if we have the astronaut rig on top of the health pile, which we don't. It's all the way over here. Yeah, there it is. We can either pay an oxygen card if we have one in our inventory, or we can choose to lose 1 health, and we discard the action card number 3 from our deck. Which, not great. So we might want to come back to this if we can find some way through that. We have the grav shaft. To resolve, complete the current objective. This is rough. So this is otherwise a dead end, but we need to come here once you've completed the objective, and nothing is worse than having a completed objective and looking for the grav shaft still. So the fact that this is here is big news. And the last one is the Swarmlings. It's a challenge. Yeah, we can probably do that. If we pull a 1, we lose a health. 2 to 5, shuffle back into the map deck. Or 6, you kill it. So we just pick one of these. We pick one of these to resolve. The grav shaft we can't resolve because we haven't completed our objective. And the wrecked module is a dead end. There's nothing to resolve there. The only way to resolve this would be to lose a health and discard the number 3 action card, which I am not a fan of. So I think we're just going to have to go and deal with those swarms. So we are going to shufty. What do we get? A 1. Lose 1 health. Damn it. Well, there goes our stim pack. Oh, we could use the stim pack, I suppose, to have swarmed through that. And then such is life. Alright. So now we're back at the exploration phase. We have no new rooms to explore because we didn't get past these guys. So let's try to beat him again. Come on, baby. A 5. There we go. So 2 to 5. Shuffle him back into the map deck. So we're just going to put this here. Shuffle. And what's our new card? Oh, God. It's a guard bot. Alright. Do we... We have to resolve the Xenoterror. We have the grenade, which we can draw 2 cards from the action deck and choose one. I don't think I really want to do that, because I feel like we're going to need that for the Void Terror. So we're just going to try to resolve the Sentry bot here. Shuffle. It's a 5. 5 to 6. Resolved. So we destroyed the Sentry bot. Good job, me. So we can flip that over. And when you resolve a card, you automatically explore the next or any attached cards. Cards cannot, with some very strange exceptions, actually one very specific exception, cannot go in these centerpieces to form blocks of 2. They always have to extend out. So when we resolve this, it would reveal this card, and this card. Let's see what we get. Oh, it's a security turret. Lovely. Lovely. Okay. So if we pull a 1 and there was a Void Beast on the map, it would also take out the Void Beast, so we can sort of lure the beast to it. 2 to 3 resolved, or 4, 5, 6, 9, you lose 2 health. All right, well, let's give it a shot. Let's see what we get here. Flip that over. Shufty. Whoa, it's a 4. Lose 2 health. All right, flip it over. Shufty. Whoa, it's a 3. That resolves it. Okay, I'll take it. Yeah, 2 to 3 resolved. So now we explore these rooms. Remember, we are looking for the Xenoterror. And if we find the Xenoterror, we have to encounter it immediately. There is no way around that. So what did we pull? Blast Door. Alright, we have to either have an access card to get in there, or lose a health if we have the exoskeleton. So you can sacrifice the exoskeleton to get through. Another vacuum area. And despite the edge of this, you can keep going. Alexi has confirmed that you can just keep going in any direction as long as you're kind of following this pattern. Or the data crystal. When explored, put it in the inventory stack immediately. So we get this. That's our data crystal. And it gets replaced with a... Oh, thank God, a med bay. Okay. To resolve, take the medkit card from the loot deck or auto-resolve. Alright, yeah, show me the medkit. Let's take that medkit. Here it is. Boop. So the medkit, shuffle into the loot deck to restore 2 health. We're just going to use that right now, to be absolutely honest. So we found the med bay. We dug up the medical kit from it. There we go. So we can resolve this and explore over here. Air duct. To resolve, explore 2 cards in the gaps adjacent to resolved passageways. So, this is the card that lets you place a card either here or here. So, we are going to go into there and explore, which will give us these rooms here. Although I can choose instead to put one of them there, or one of them there. This isn't very helpful because I don't need to get around anything. There are no, like, challenges that are in the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this just here. Then we can't get up past this. No, we'll just put that there. Why not? What do we have? Storage lockers. To resolve, draw a loot card from the loot deck. More of these swarmlings. Great. Or another blaster. We don't have an access card. Leave me alone. Let's take a card from the loot deck. Draw a card. There is one bad card in the loot deck, so you always kind of want to be careful. We get the bad card. Minus 2 health. Shuffle back into the loot deck. It's power cell explosion. God, we just healed. We just healed those 2 hit points. I'm so upset right Okay. We don't have a lot of options out here. Pay 1 health and discard the action card 3. We don't have an access card. We can't resolve that. We can't go into the vacuum area. Well, we can, but same thing. We can't go through there. We could try to take out the swarmlings to at least get a new room. I think that's what we're going to have to do. So, okay, let's give it a shot here. Whoop. A 4! Well, we shuffle him back into the map deck. I'll take it. And we reveal... Ugh, a guard bot. God damn it. He could kill us. We need another med bed. That's what we need. We don't have the stim pack anymore. Alright, let's see if we can take out this guard bot. Let's see what we got here. Whoa, it's a 5! Resolved, baby! Get out of here, guard bot! Nicely done. Okay, great. So we would then explore. This is going to get kind of weird. Into here. Void Beast. Okay. -1 health track and immediately shuffle. So we would have a 40% chance of beating this guy because we've got 1 to 5. Shuffle back. We don't have that sentry turret anymore because you can use the sentry turret to take out the Void Beast. I think we're going to have to go through this vacuum area. I think we're going to have to toss a health in the action card 3, which seems insane to me. But, like, life's full of bad decisions. Let's do it. So we do that, right? And we need to take out action card number 3, which is this one here. Tuck that up there, but then we can resolve that. So let's explore to here, please. Okay, it's another data crystal that just goes into our inventory. This is needed for some objectives. Resolve a discarded data crystal, or certain things are like discard a data crystal and this will happen. Control room. Discard a data crystal to resolve a sentry turret, guard bot, or blast door. Oh, this is great. Oh, thank God. Okay. Let's resolve some blast doors here. So we have the data crystal. So we're just going to discard that. And we'll resolve this one. And let's see what comes up. Storage lockers. It went badly for us last time. Let's also resolve this one with our other data crystal. Ooh, no, we want to hold on to that, I think, for like a turret or something. So let's draw a card from the loot deck. God, please don't kill me. How many cards do we have here? We have a 1 in 5 shot of this killing me. But there's also a med kit in there. Fuck it. No risk, no reward, baby. Here we go. What do we get? Oh, the med kit. Okay. Okay, baby. It's going to be all right, baby girl. I'm just going to immediately use that med kit. Okay, there we go. Great. All right, so that's resolved. So we explore up to here. The air duct again. Okay. So that would put a card there, and that would put a card here. Oh, there's the Xenoterror. Okay. Not great. When you draw the Xenoterror, you'll see that it is red. You have to deal with it right away. There is no other options. We need a 5. We have 4 cards, and one of them is a 5 to shuffle it back into the map deck. I think lose 3 health. This guy will kill us if we fail this. I'm going to use the grenade. Well, let's just see what we get. And then, no, I think we have to choose to use the grenade first. So we're going to flip that bad boy over. In you go. We draw 2 cards. We get a 4. Lose 3 health. And a 1. Lose 3 health. Well, sorry, folks. It's all over for the thug. That's our 3 health gone. The Void Terror absolutely ganked us. Or the Xenoterror, not the Void Terror. There's a Void Beast down there. The Xenoterror absolutely ganked us. That's it. That's the whole thing. That is Deck 52 Space Wrecked. I think what I'm going to do... I think I'm going to play another game of this for you guys. Let's do that. Let me get this all reset here real quick. Whoa. So there. Give me a second here, folks. Let me get this all reset. This was a room as well. That was there. And we'll play another game. Let's try a round as the Marine. See how quick and easy this game kind of comes back together. A fabulous game. Difficult, lemon difficult. Alright, this is our health deck. Where's my 4 health? Oh, there it is. Okay. Come on. Gather. Damn it. I know what I'm doing, I swear. There we go. Alright, sorry Thug. We're gonna play as the Marine. There we go. Look at us. Starts with the pulse rifle. So we only have the 4 hit points. We don't get the stim pack. But we do get the pulse rifle, which is a 6 on the action deck. So that's pretty good. Nothing else. No other starts. Doesn't start with anything else. Alright. Let's shuffle these bad boys up. Way. And what is our goal? Whoa, it's a 7. Explore 2 wrecked modules and resolve a vacuum area. Okay. Sure thing, game. Here we go. 1, 2. I think the layout of the map last time really screwed us. Okay. Well, that's 1 wrecked module explored. That's good. We're 1/3 of the way there. Blast door. Don't have an access card. The data crystal. We'll pick that up in a minute. And a storage locker. Well, we'll grab the data crystal because we have to. Oh, and there's the control room. Shit. This is great. This is great. Okay. Let's go into the storage lockers. Let's draw a card from the loot deck. So to resolve, draw a card from the loot deck. Shuffle, shuffle, whoop, and we got the, oh, god damn it, the power cell explosion. -2 hit points. That thing. We were doing so well right up until we tried to do anything. Okay. But we still resolve it. Guard bot, okay. We could discard our data crystal to resolve it, or we could discard the data crystal to go through the blast door. If we resolve this, we're going to explore more. But this is safe to explore. We're going to use the data crystal to take care of the guard bot. So that closes that door. Data crystal is discarded. This is resolved. Really hate that it rotates the cards. There's something about that really bugs me. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. So we have another data crystal. I'll take that. We have another guard bot. And we have swarmlings. These wieners again. Okay, well, let's see what else we get here. Oh, there's the vacuum area. Okay, so we can resolve that. We can be 2/3 of the way through to winning. Okay, let's take out these swarmlings. We have a pretty good chance of taking these guys out. Basically only a 1 in 6 chance of not resolving the cards. So, whoop, a 2. Shuffle them back. Shuffle them back into the map deck. Here we go, kids. And in their place, the swarmlings were in. Oh, the med bay. Oh, I'm not going to bother digging the med kit out of the loot deck. We're just going to take it and heal the 2 hit points right away. Over. Next room. Oh, the instrumentation bay. This is an interesting one. Shuffle the action cards from 1 to 5 and draw 2 of them. Choose 1 to discard and the rest goes into the action deck. So basically you are cutting a card out of your action deck by doing this. Alternately, we can try to go through here and be guaranteed to lose the action card 3. Because I could lose my, 4 and 5. And that doesn't always matter. Like, sometimes high numbers don't resolve things very well. Oh, I think... lose action action card 3. We have the 6. I think we're going to go through the vacuum area. So we're going to lose a health, and there's probably a Xenoterror waiting on the other side of there, isn't there? Almost guaranteed that Xenoterror is just going to be hanging out on the other side of that vacuum area. So we're going to resolve that. We now just all we need. Hey, if this is the wrecked module, we win. That's the important thing to remember here, everyone. If this is the wrecked module, we win the game. It is! Oh! Yes! Oh! So good at video games. Or in this case, board games. So, we have explored 2 wrecked modules. 1, 2. And we have explored a vacuum area. But, what do you think we're missing? It's the grav shaft. We have completed the objective, but we cannot get out of... Oh, hey, when we did this, we never explored here real quick. We don't have the grav shaft, so we don't have a way out yet. So this would have been a sentry turret. Okay, cool. Yeah, see, this is a 2 or 3 to resolve. And a 4 or higher, you lose health. So we're not done yet. We've completed our objectives, but we're not done yet. Okay. So we don't have an access card. We could go through the security turret. We don't have the 3, so we would only resolve it on a 2. If we pull the 4 or 5, we lose 2 health. And if we pull the 1... So we basically have... Or the 4, 5, 6, we lose 2 health. So we only have... We have about a 40% chance of doing this right by pulling the 1 or the 2. This would let us just shed a card. And then we could explore these 3. The danger is we only have 13 cards left, and that Xenoterror is in there somewhere. I think we're going to do the instrumentation bay. I don't necessarily like it, but that 40% chance to resolve this and lose 2 health. Because let's say that we either one of these re-resolve, right? If we pull the grav shoot, we win. But if we pull the grav shoot and the Xenoterror, we have to resolve the Xenoterror immediately. So just like an alien, that bitch is standing in front of the grav shoot door, and we have to deal with it. We only have 3 hit points, and the Xenoterror does hit for 3. So I think we are going to resolve the security turret. Yes, it sucks that we don't get to resolve the Void Beast. Did we take it out, though? No, we're going to do the instrumentation bay. Screw it. Because if we see a Void Beast that we have to deal with, we can try to resolve it with the security bay. So I'm just going to quick pull this out. Okay. And then it says to shuffle the action cards from 1 to 5. And draw 2 of them. Choose 1 to discard, the rest go into the deck. 1, 2. Do we want to lose the 4 or the 5? I think we're going to lose the 4. So we've lost 3 and we've lost 4. How nasty is that? So what's this deck? This deck is, what, 1, 2, 5, 6? Yeah, it really is. Alright, cool. Please don't be the Xenoterror. If you could be a grav shell, that would be great. Okay, an air duct. Security turret. Okay. Okay, baby. Hey, you know I love you, right? You know you're my baby girl, right? And that we're going to flip this over and it's going to be the grav shoot, right? Right? No, it's the swarmlings. So we have 1, 2. We have 5, 6. Shit. Well, we could resolve the air duct real quick with no concerns. Let's do that real fast here. So explore 2 cards in the Japs adjacent to resolved passageways. So it would be there and there. Alright. Grav shoot. Void Beast. Okay, we don't have to deal with this right away. Okay. And son of a bitch. I mean, we have the turrets that could potentially do that, although we're missing the 3 and the 4 from our deck. So it'd be 50-50 shot of resolving that with a security turret. This is a 5-6. Oh god, my brain. Hang on. Okay, alright, hang on. So we go to resolve this. We have a 50-50 shot of doing it or losing 2 health. If we... Of that 50-50 shot, which would be pulling the 1 or the 2, we have a 25% chance of resolving it and blasting one of these void beasts to pieces. The trade-off to that is we would lose 2 of our 3 health. The void beast, we again have a 50-50 shot. If we get the 1 or the 2, we only lose 1 health instead of 3. But we have to try again, which is better than 2, potentially. The other result just shuffles it back into the deck rather than resolving it and removing it out of the card pool. Other options we have are the Swarmlings, which we only have a 25% chance of failing that. And we could resolve them if we pull the 6. I think the Swarmlings are actually going to be the way to go in this. And then we have the Sentry Bot, who's just, again, that 50-50 shot -2. Or resolved. God, can you imagine shuffling him into the loot deck and then getting the power cell explosion and losing 2 health? Alright, let's do the Swarmlings. I think that's our best bet. So, shuffle, 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 flip! A 5! Shuffle them back into the map deck. Alright, in you go, suckers. And we get the... Please tell me they were guarding the gravity chute, baby, please. Please, baby girl, I'll do anything. Please, baby. Grav shaft! Oh, yeah! Alright. We are going to climb into the Grav shaft. We have completed our objectives, which are to explore 2 wrecked modules, 1, 2, and to complete a vacuum area, 3, get to the Grav shaft, to resolve, complete the current objective. We resolve the Grav shaft, and we win the game. And that is Deck 52, Space Wrecked. Look at that, complete with introduction, tutorial. We were able to play 2 games in 30 minutes. This is a very fast, a very, very easy game to play. I do recommend it. I'm not sure if there's an expansion, to be absolutely honest with you. I never looked, because the guts are there for there to simply be more, right? But yeah, that's it. That's Deck 52. I really like this little game. It boogies along at the kind of pace that I like. Like you can, it's in a mint tin, so it's in a physical box that is smaller than your phone. You could hammer this out at work on break. You could play a game of this. You know, it's absolutely fantastic for that. Again, we have not played with the threats, right? The threats are pretty scary. They make the game a lot harder. We haven't seen the scientist, who starts with a whole bunch of equipment, which is pretty cool. She starts with the force field, the oxygen, and the access card. So she would have been great because we can use the oxygen to explore through the vacuum area, right? Pay the oxygen. Same with the access card. She can open blast doors. And then the force field, I believe, just like absorbs damage. Yeah, cancel any amount of damage delivered by 1 strike. She's pretty great for that. So yeah, that's Deck 52, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. We are definitely going to be coming back and playing some more games of this, because it's so fast, it's so quick. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Solo the Dungeon. As always, your feedback is appreciated. This is still a new series. We're looking at episode 3 here, so your feedback is always appreciated. I am having a blast with this. If there's games that you want to see me play, please let me know. I really want to make sure that it's a game that I own. And hey, that means I have to buy more games. Oh no. Because I know that sometimes, you know, Tabletop Simulator, it's a little bit weird, so I always want to make sure that the creator has gotten the proper money. This is a lovely way for me to show you games so that you can go and buy them and pay the creator's rent. Hey, I love you all very much. Don't forget to tune in on our regular Tuesday and Thursday streams. Otherwise, I will see you next week in the dungeon. Goodbye, everyone.